2020 was a very politically, it was? It seems to have divided the country and families. How does Jesus want us to approach this issue of division, and how would Jesus handle it? Okay, I'll just say it. I get really angry, really frustrated when Christian people pay more attention to their political news channel than they do the words of Jesus. To me, that is so obvious. Listen, if you're watching 15 hours of cable news a week and you're coming to church for 1 hour a week, you're going to end up with a problem. And when I was just listening to a podcast today that says, with all the media out there and all the podcasts, there are really only 3 ways to rise above all the noise and get popular. You could be really funny, you could be really snarky, or you can be really angry. And so what rises to the top of most news media? Snarky, angry political commentary. Good and evil, heroes and villains. We're the good people and they're the bad people. If we could just get our people with all the power in America, heaven would come down to earth. And that is so far from the biblical truths. But man, I see people all the time who are still saying their prayers and they're coming to church and they're not gentle and they're not faithful, they're not kind, they're not loving, they're not peaceful, they're angry, they're frustrated. I spoke with a woman from our church not that long ago, and I said, you need to cut your cable and you need to log off of Facebook and you need to pick up your Bible. You're welcome. All right, we got one. Everyone else is quiet, but thank you for that. No, but this really is true. Christianity in America has been married with a political party in many people's eyes. And we don't want to jump on any train or ship that might represent Jesus well or might not. Okay? Like, we're on Team Jesus. And Jesus calls out both, what did Jesus stand for? Conservative sexual ethics and generous love for the poor. Generally in America, one party is for this and one party is for that. Jesus comes after both. And he says, no, sex is for the marriage bed, no exceptions, a man and a woman. And sell everything you have and give to the poor if someone in your life is in need. Only Jesus will tell you that. Right? So, faith comes from hearing the message. Make sure you're hearing the right message.
Hey, Grace Talk listeners, it's Amber Albee Swenson. I'm the host of Little Things, a Time of Grace podcast where we look at everyday issues from a biblical perspective. During the month of February, I'm going to focus on just one topic, love, specifically when love seems impossible. We'll talk about loving our enemies, our spouse and children during difficult seasons, and even loving ourselves. I hope you'll join me for Little Things. Just search Little Things on your favorite podcast app.